Good morning, everybody. This is not a cooking video. This is Janet Ward's Breakfast Misadventure. Okay? First thing I'm going to do is show you what I'm eating. Okay? Now, this was supposed to have been a Mexican omelet. Well, I have to tell you my story. And by the way, I'm going to sit here and have my cup of green tea while I share my misadventure. This morning I got up a little late. It's Saturday morning. I get to sleep in. And I decided I'd make me a Mexican omelet. This is day 5 of phase 2, second time around. And so I went in the kitchen and I got out the greens. No spinach. So I got them out, and I got out the cilantro, and I like a little garlic in mine, so I got my garlic out, and I got the corn out of the freezer, and I took it all in and set it up in the kitchen to cook. Okay, so I have a little avocado oil, so I spritzed that down in my little pan, and I chopped up my cilantro, dropped it in the skillet, and realized it wasn't cilantro. It was parsley. Get over it. Okay, I screwed up, so I went and got the cilantro, chopped up a little more. So now I've got parsley and cilantro cooking in my olive oil. By the way, that is a wonderful smell. I don't know that I've ever stopped and smelled my food. I'm a cook. I don't know that I've ever tasted my food. A lot of my food, can't you tell? Okay. So anyway, I'm working on it, and I pulled up what I thought was spinach, and it's not. It's mixed greens. Okay, that's all I got. Handful into my skillet. Stir, stir, stir. Now, usually at this time, I will add some seasonings, pepper, maybe some Mrs. Dash no salt seasoning, or some, forgot that. Okay, anyway, so I'm cooking along, and I got my corn out, and now I cook my corn in my, I take it out of the freezer and just dump it in my skillet with my stuff, drop the lid on it for a couple of minutes and let it cook, so I wasn't worried about that. I had a few mushrooms left over from when I made the mushroom stir-fry tofu, so I put them in there, and I put them in there whole, because in this I like the big mushrooms. In the stir-fry, I like to chop them up, but these were kind of big, so I dropped about a quarter of a cup of mushrooms in there, which is like 6 mushrooms, but I got them in there, and I had a little bit of green onion left, and I had a little bit of red onion left, and so I'm cleaning out the little containers I have them in, and I drop them all down in my skillet, and I'm stirring my skillet. Everything's beginning to smell good. So I go to the refrigerator to get eggs. Guess what? There are no eggs. My husband, this is George, my husband of 47 years, makes himself bacon and eggs and toast like 3 times a day. It's the one thing he cooks by himself, and so I don't complain. It's not terribly healthy, but he's an invalid, and that's what he likes, so let him eat what he wants to eat. He probably would do good to lose weight, but he's not going to eat this food. He's just not, okay? So I'm not going to argue with him about it, okay? So I've got to have a protein, right? Everybody knows we have to have a protein. Well, guess what's on the shelf? The last 3 ounces of my cod, okay? So cod goes in the skillet. The lid goes on the skillet. I go make my cup of tea and go to get an apple. Guess what? There are no apples. My grandson was here. This is Robbie, my grandson. I love and I support 100%. So I found blueberries. I don't know if you can see blueberries. They're in a black bowl, so you really can't see them. Underneath the greens that I had forgotten were in there. If I had realized there were blueberries in there this morning, I'd have had a blueberry smoothie and been done with it. But the blueberries had molded. So I very carefully picked through all the blueberries that were in there, and I have probably a cup and a quarter, maybe. I'm going to eat them all. Just going to, last day, phase 2, going to eat it all. Haven't lost any weight on this phase 1 and phase 2. But coming out of the loss of my mom and the time that I had Mazuma's binge or something where I sat for 2 days in the bathroom, I figure that as long as I'm at the same weight I was 10 days ago, I'm in good shape, and I am. So I've lost a total of 23 pounds in 40 days. You know what? That's not bad at all. So anyway, I thought I would share with you Janet Ward's Breakfast Misadventure. Guess what? It's not bad. It tastes pretty good. Now I am going to go get some of my Mrs. Dash seasoned, no salt seasoning and put on top of here. But you know what? You can make something out of nothing. I'm a master at that. I want you to look at the wall hanging on the back of here, and everybody guess what it's made out of. And that was something that I made out of nothing. If you can guess what it's made out of. Fantastic. Another great day. Phase 3 tomorrow. I am so excited, but means a trip to the grocery store sometime today or tomorrow. All right, I will chat with you folks later. I hope you enjoy Janet Ward's Breakfast Misadventure.